I'm here to tell you how you can become a certified bariatric hypnotist. Work alongside the medical profession to help real patients succeed for the long term. This is not about virtual banding. No, this is about dealing with real people who are dealing in the real emotions of losing massive amounts of weight. In fact, gastric surgery has been known to break up families, cause serious malnutrition, and even a very high rate of alcoholism. Let me introduce myself. My name is Elizabeth Marion Kilkenny. I'm a certified hypnotist and a longtime member of the National Guild of Hypnotists. I'm also a certified hypnocoach, an NLP practitioner, but most importantly, I'm a post-bariatric patient. Myself and Rosemary Shulman, who is an RN, a certified hypnotist, and a certified hypnotic instructor, developed this incredibly innovative home study course called Becoming a Certified Bariatric Hypnotist. This course was so well received that we were selected to offer it as a certification course in association with the National Guild of Hypnotists. So for several years, we taught the course as a pre-convention certification class at the National Guild of Hypnotists Convention in Marlborough, Massachusetts. The need for our specialty in this field is growing daily, as are the number of obese and morbidly obese people availing of these surgeries. However, as much as the surgery has become the newest answer to the obesity crisis around the world, failure over the long term is also climbing at an astonishing rate, and the recipients of these surgeries are regaining their weight. There is no doubt in our mind that the surgeons have done a fabulous job in changing the anatomy, and those skills have made it possible for so many obese and morbidly obese people to regain control over their eating. But this is only half the requirement for long-term success. What is needed for complete success are hypnotists who are trained in this field, who understand what each of these patients have experienced, who understands the required protocols for health at each phase of the patient's transformation, what the emotional challenges of losing massive amounts of weight are. This is an extremely complicated journey for the patients who take this route. And you know what? Unless the subconscious mind is along for the ride, old habits will prevail. This is the reason why we need good hypnotists to train in this particular area of expertise. And believe us when we say, once you become certified in this field, you will find that because of your expertise, you will become more and more in demand every single day. The purpose of this program is to equip you with all the information you will need to work with the medical community in helping the bariatric patient or client who has already undergone gastric surgery. You will help these patients deal with some serious mind changes about themselves and their relationship to food. This program is specifically directed toward the obese and the morbidly obese client, but it is also very effective when dealing with the overweight client. In part 1 of the study course, Rosemary Shulman goes into great detail to explain the medical issues involved in the 3 most commonly used gastric surgeries. By understanding all of the medical steps involved with the surgery, you will be trained to help those who have experienced a surgery follow the protocols necessary to maintain optimal health. As someone who has gone through the gastric bypass surgery, I have attended many support groups and have listened to many heartfelt stories of life as a morbidly obese person. Believe me when I tell you, this is a completely different client than your usual overweight client. Let me explain to you some of the emotional differences in the clients that you will be dealing with. There are major emotional differences between the overweight person and the morbidly obese person. You must understand that the majority of morbidly obese people have a sense of being imprisoned inside their own bodies. feeling as though they've been sentenced to a life term of imprisonment. You must consider that someone who weighs 350, 400, 500 pounds, or even more has considered their life worthless at one point or another. I spoke to one person who implied that desperation was so bad prior to surgery that had he been able to find a chair that would hold him, or a beam that would hold him, or a rope that would hold him, he would never have known what it was like to experience success on this side of surgery. Understand as well, this client is not about cups and ounces, calories and fat content. This client is about regaining respect for themselves, regaining ownership of themselves. As you get to know these clients, they will tell you that the depths of depression they had fallen into prior to surgery is a place where they never ever want to return. The physical and emotional abuse that this lifestyle has caused them could probably have been considered a felony of some sort if it had not been seen as self-inflicted. They do not need to be told where they went wrong. They only need to be given the roadmap to success, and they are more than willing, in most cases, to follow the course and change the direction of their lives forever. Within this home study course, we go on to inform you the many different ways you can promote your business. In the marketing section, we tell you how to contact the medical profession, how to contact the clients directly, how to set up business cards, brochures, and mailing advertisements. Within the program, we also incorporate a virtual script, as well as suggestions on how to use it. This is invaluable if you find that you have a client who cannot or will not undergo actual surgery, or a client who does not have or does not qualify for insurance coverage. As hypnotists, we know that the subconscious mind is so much more powerful than a simple scalpel. This script, when used properly, will renew the power of the actual surgical experience within the mind of the failing post-surgical client, reigniting within them the excitement and determination that followed their actual surgery experience. It is also capable of implanting a unique surgical experience into the mind of the non-surgical client. This home study course covers all of the information you will need within the topic of bariatric surgery hypnosis. And once you successfully complete the course, you too will receive a certificate declaring you a certified bariatric hypnotist. You will be equipped with all the information you need to deal with the medical profession and become a part of the medical team who work in this ever-growing field of expertise on a daily basis. Remember, surgeons change the anatomy. Hypnotists change the mind. Together, we change lives.